gentlemen, socialism and the American Negro.
Black space.
Democracy has so disappeared in the United States that there are some subjects that cannot even be discussed. The essence of the democratic process is free discussion. There was a time when men were not allowed to talk about universal suffrage, or the education of women, or freedom for Negro slaves.
By show of hands, who demands, who understands that education's the key to power in this one nation of ours? No more cowering in the face of adversity, while they mercilessly murder our history with these whips and all those ships at sea. Forget it's me for a moment, let me add a component about a homeland and diplomas, building and be beholden. Some Negroes call me a rodent, and Uncle Tom and a traitor, but I disown it. I know industrial skills would be favored. We could debate our templates, straight out the gate educators who advocate for our race and facilitate 40 acres, making the matrix make sense, pervert the grapes of their labors. Emancipation is fake to 13 states of enslavers. Can we agree to disagree, Mr. Booker T? Don't look at me as an adversary, just a very contrary emissary. And my solution is revolution. The Constitution wasn't written for all men, so divided we fall then. And what do you call them in the white hoods? I might invite them to my hood, I might could, to enlighten them right good. Show them how we do things as free men, to see them on the other end of what we men see and never see them again. We could be valuable men, not just a talented 10. See the infallible tangibles, not just out for revenge, but it's in the air and it's flammable, still a damnable sin. As you and me seem incompatible, that's a doubtable win. Let's go.
Seems to me that we will never be free if we don't see how to walk hand in hand, how to take a stand, how to make a plan to have love for every man. We gotta fight today till we find a way.
We'll never be free, and it seems to me that freedom's not free. There's lots of pleas and fees to receive some of these equalities. And the colonies confuse history with veracity, calling me a crotchety nigga like that's supposed to bother me. DuBois, you see my honesty and do not agree. Build minds or properties is what the problem be, probably. It's just something one of us should come to terms with, but I'ma be afforded support from my thoughts of brick and mortar and quantity. Possibly a lot of Protestants claiming belief in doctrines, with a lot of them watching men shot and not stopping them. So if you disagree, listen, Booker T. Acquiring property is not the means for us to strengthen our democracy. Don't make a mockery of my philosophy. This shouldn't be a him, not me. It should be a knowledge is what it's gotta be. And my college be what students use to improve, so just get used to it, dude. It might behoove you to choose. Who puts the screws to injustice? Don't Frederick Douglass' shoes. You cluster whites with the colors like we got nothing to lose. Views disrupting the comforts of what they want as a nation. Is the way we get labeled ungrateful slave anti-patriots. I say this in a way to say that us together is better than ever before, cause there can never be war without the soldiers and heroes that fight to death for life and liberty and justice for us. And power we trust, that's a must.
Seems to me that we will never be free if we don't see how to walk hand in hand, how to take a stand, how to make a plan to have love for every man. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight today till we find a way. We gotta fight